they might. Oh wait,
no,
because that's a real song.
It's a real song, and I didn't play, and I barely played 30 seconds of it. So just saying.
Hold up. Part two. This is a full cup with Lou, and this is La.
Hi.
And today we are discussing Charmed.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
I was gonna say,
you're trying to get monetized. That's all you get.
We can sing for y'all if you want.
You get 10 seconds. No, we can sing it. You know.
We can. But we won't because we're gonna save that.
Yeah, we're gonna save that. Y'all gonna see that later. So
future episode.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Ooh.
Whoa. Cut that out.
Hashtag.
There we go. That thing right there.
We're young.
Hashtag come back. Wait, that wasn't what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. So we're gonna start off with OG Charm.
OG Charms. You gotta respect the OGs.
Have to. That show was amazing. Like, it brought so much new stuff to TV that was like in TV, but to be honest with you, it was sort of in black TV, if you want to be real. Like having the guests come and play music and stuff like that. That was definitely something that they did on, like, you remember Undercover New York? Is that what it was called? New York Undercover. I couldn't remember what it was called, but you remember they used to have people come and sing and stuff like that.
That was like I think that was a 90s staple.
Yeah.
That was like a 90s staple, because like Moesha did it. Like every UPN show did it. Girlfriends did it. Like
it was kind of just like the black show.
It was for a minute. It was. I mean, I think if I'm being honest, I think like Family Matters did it. Like when I forget the sister's name on like the not like Harriet's sister. I can't remember her name, but when she ended up getting like her own shop or eatery place, I think people would come and do stuff there, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that was
they did. Now that I'm thinking about it, in her that's
like a 90s staple though. So
and this one followed suit, but it was more rock based.
Yeah, and I dig it.
I totally dig it. That was amazing. Like, listen, I love that.
What are they called? It was a couple of, like, they had Michelle Branch on there. They had they had Michelle Branch on there. They had Pat Benatar was on there, and I love me some Pat Benatar.
I didn't know that. Did I miss this episode?
Wait a minute. That was season 5. That was I
missed that episode.
That was the Irish episode where they had like leprechauns and stuff like that. Pat Benatar showed up. Listen, you can quiz me on anything, Charmed. Give me a title. I'm like, this is what happened in that episode. Like, I'm obsessed with Charmed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Give you a title?
You give me a title, I'll tell you what happened.
Hold up. No, I got it now. I have
okay, while she gonna look up something. For people who's living under a rock, and I'm pretty sure nobody's living under a rock. If you don't know what Charmed is a supernatural television show about 3 sisters learning how to not just be witches, but be sisters while being witches. And it starred Shannon Doherty, Alyssa Milano, and Holly Marie Combs, and then eventually starred Rose McGowan as well.
When
Shannon Doherty left, Rose McGowan came in and filled that slot. That show ran from 1998 to 2006. And it's still like a staple. And obviously people should know that there is a reboot called Charmed. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. But she's about to quiz me now because she think I'm playing when I say that. But I love Charmed because to me, Charmed was essentially practical magic. If anybody ever seen the movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and...
I actually haven't seen Practical Magic, but I know that this started
in my head, but I can't remember her name to save my life. Nicole Kidman, there it is. Lord have mercy. That took forever. Because Practical Magic literally came out. I believe Practical Magic came out in the same year as Charmed, but months before. If I'm not mistaken, Charmed came out in October of 98, and then Practical Magic came out like upper like March, April-y. So like they were essentially the same thing. It was like a family of witches going through like strife and all that type of stuff. It was like, and it was, but it was 2 sisters instead of 3, but I was obsessed. I think she ready, y'all. I think she got something from me.
I'm trying to go further back into the show, but not so far back that other people will remember. So I'm at season 3. I'm gonna tell you the season. Okay. I'm gonna even tell you when it came out.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Let's see.
This is season 3, episode 6. Mm-hmm. It's called Primrose Empath.
Okay.
Don't be looking up nothing on the computer either.
I'm gonna look it up here. I put my hands up here. Like, sorry, officer. Like, no. Primrose Empath that's the episode where Prue, a demon kind of curses Prue, and she gets the power of empathy, and her powers go like haywire. And that's the season that like Cole and Phoebe are together, and like Prue gets the ability to feel people's emotions, and she uses that and makes her powers like even more strong. It was like that was a good episode, girl. It was a demon named Viserys. He was cursed by an empath, and then Prue cast a spell.
That episode.
Prue cast a spell that like she took his pain away, but it gave her the ability, and it was driving her crazy. That's one of my favorite episodes, actually. Shannon Doherty.
Of course it is, because that's the one I chose.
Of course, it's one of my favorites because Shannon Doherty, like, she killed that role. She killed that episode. That was a good episode. Mm-hmm.
Cool, I got you. Okay, all right. Season 5, episode 5. It's called Witches in Tights.
All right, Witches in Tights is an episode about how the sisters turn into superheroes and be zip-zapping all around the place. Oh, you think I know? Oh, she mad. We could do this all day.
Shit, we about to do it. No, just play.
I'm gonna get you on one. I was obsessed with Charmed. Oh,
that's crazy.
Obsessed.
I didn't watch it like after Billy started coming in, and the other one I stopped watching after that because I was really uninterested then. I think the last few episodes that I saw was when Wyatt in the future came back.
Okay.
Was it Wyatt? Wyatt was the blonde one, right? Mm-hmm. And then there was Chris, right? Or yeah. So it was around that time. That's when I stopped watching because I'm like, this is getting kind of stupid. But then it went off that's too long after.
That's later in the seasons where like you could kind of see that the network,
they was running out of stuff.
The network really didn't like stop caring. They kind of like
you could tell.
They were like, just put them in like make they boob show and put them in tight clothes and have them run around and stuff. And then they tried to like season 8 is when they tried to like revitalize the show, which is why Billy came in. Like Kaylee Cuoco's character came in. They trying to like draw in a newer, younger audience. And I'm like, listen, I've been with y'all since '98. Like,
we didn't need all that.
We didn't need all that because y'all could have just.
That turned me off to it, actually, to be honest with you. Like, once Shannon Doherty left,
that was I
sort of fell out of it. Mm-hmm. But I was still cool with Paige because I thought that Rose McGowan was cute. Mm-hmm. So I decided to continue watching it because, you know, like Alyssa Milano's cute and Holly Marie Combs is cute, you know. So I just was like, okay, they're still 3 cute sisters. So, you know, it's cool.
Yeah. I said watch it, but because listen, I'm gonna be real honest right now, and this is no shade to Shannon Doherty at all, but she has a reputation of being like difficult, of being, and I say like I feel like women have that, so I don't really want to like put that on her because I don't know her to know whether this stuff is true, but it just seems like every TV show she's on, there's an issue, and like she's a common denominator in these TV shows. So, but I will say the first 3 seasons of Charmed was like kind of heavy with her character. Yeah. Like, I get that she was the older sister, but they did a lot of stuff in that show that I was just like, I get that she's the older sister, but the other 2 are interesting as well. So for me, as sad as I know a lot of people were that she died, I felt like, okay, they fixed it in a great way because they already established that their mother had an affair. So it's not too far to jump that she got pregnant from that affair. So,
but see, to be honest with you, like, okay, so the way that I saw it, that kind of like having Paige come in kind of ruined the power of 3 for me, to be honest with you, because it's like, if she was always supposed to be part of the power of 3, then it should have been the power of like 4. Does that make sense? Because
I don't think she was originally supposed to be a part of the power of 3. because even though she was alive, she technically wasn't a witch. Her witch abilities never kicked in until she met her sisters. Because remember in the beginning of the seasons, like the girls were witches, but it wasn't until Phoebe read that spell that it actually unlocked their abilities, and them being in front of the book and reading the spell together, it kind of like made them witches. So Paige has always been a white lighter because you can't control that part. Like she's always been a white lighter, but she was never a witch until she got with her sisters. So like,
but she was always a witch though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was always a witch. She just wasn't in tap. Like she her powers wasn't like unlocked yet.
She just but I to me it was like y'all kind of had a plot hole, but then y'all kind of fixed it by saying that this girl could reconstitute it, because technically killing Prue did knock out the power 3. There was no more power 3, and it wasn't until Paige decided to be good and join them that she kind of reconstituted the power 3, and it did change the dynamic. Which I mean, every now and again, a show needs. Usually, when a show gets to like their 4th season, they need something new, refreshing. I mean, you don't want to kill a character, but if it happens. I thought her character was refreshing in the beginning. She got annoying towards the end, but she was very refreshing in the beginning. Very refreshing.
Yeah, I like their clothes.
Listen, Alyssa Milano is one of my favorite humans. I love her. I think she always stands for women. How you want to do that? I don't want to get into the politics of it, but I've been a fan of her since Who's the Boss? Okay, I love. That's a
long time.
It's a long time. So I love me some Alyssa Milano. She was the reason I watched the show. I like
Alyssa Milano. I was
like, oh, she owned. I was like, I gotta watch this show. She owned it. Like, and I knew Holly Marie Combs from a movie called Dr. Giggles back in the late mid 80s. I think it came out like 89. I was watching movies I wasn't supposed to watch. It was a crazy. It was about this doctor that he giggled when he killed people. It was crazy.
Wait, so it's a horror movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold up. Now I need to see it. Yep. It's called Dr. Giggles?
Dr. Giggles. And a young Holly Marie Combs is in it. Yep.
Never even heard of this. This looks creepy. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so happy. You guys are getting to know Lou. She's not. Okay.
I like creepy things.
Okay, so tell me your favorite character and why.
I actually really did like Alyssa Milano's character. I liked her because she was the youngest one, and she was really like fun and like carefree, and like, you know, the other two were very serious, and they were, you know, well, of course Prue was, you know, the oldest. She was the most serious, but it was like, you know, what was her name? Piper kind of, she kind of like. She was sort of
she
wasn't so much like Alyssa's character, but she was more like Shannon's character. So that's when Paige came in, she became, you know,
Prue. They all became each other. When Paige came in, Piper became Prue, Phoebe became Piper, and Paige became Phoebe.
Like, exactly. But see, the thing is, I didn't particularly like Paige as Phoebe. I liked Phoebe as Phoebe. I thought Paige should have been like, she should have been completely different. I understand like meshing well, and she needed to look the part, and, you know, it needed to make sense to the story, like to the show. But I really felt like she should have looked completely different. Like she should have been more, because, you know, I always saw her as, because at that time she was dating Marilyn Manson. Remember that? So I thought they should have played into that. I don't see why you wouldn't. When people think witches, that's what they think. You know what I'm saying? Now that's super stereotypical, and I understand that that's not what witches are. I understand that completely. But at the same time, it's like, that's still a part of it. Like, even though like a stereotype might be offensive to some people, that stereotype came from somewhere. You feel me? So like they could have, you know, dove into the like more dark, like goth kind of, you know, thing.
I mean, they have episodes. They have episodes where they go back and forth, like if they go dark and then they come back to the light.
And like I said, they tried to, but it didn't, like, it felt forced a lot. And it also, like, her wearing clothes that reminded me of Phoebe kind of felt forced as well.
Yeah, that changed like season 5, I think.
And
Around season 5, her
I
hair,
didn't really like it.
her hair went like strawberry blonde. Like,
yeah.
what's her name? Because I think Rose McGowan came out. Like, they were mad actually that she dyed her hair or something like that. They were like, she dyed her hair, and Rose said something like in an interview, like, mind you, this was back in like, I don't know, 2000 something, and I think she said something like, she was like, I have sisters. We all don't have the same type of hair. We don't all have to have the same type of hair to know that we're sisters. Like,
yeah.
Like, so I think she was a big advocate on like you gotta kind of like let Paige be like, because to me, Paige was like Phoebe, but she was still more like, Paige was distant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was like an only child for like a nice chunk of her life. So I still felt like Paige had identity issues.
For sure.
And then 2, I still feel like she eventually, they gave her like her own sense of style that was
eventually,
because I think like for a little bit, I'll say a little bit, Phoebe grew up a little bit, and her clothes were like a little bit more conservative as opposed to what they were when she was younger. And Paige's were a little more free. Like, Paige wore like bright colors and all that kind of stuff, and Phoebe
had her like, whole stomach out.
You feel me? Stuff like that, low cut pants. And Phoebe was more like
it was just fitted. It was more fitted, but it was a little more covered up. It was she kind of, like you said, she kind of took on how Phoebe used to be,
and how Phoebe they just
but you know what I mean, yeah.
But yeah, Phoebe is my favorite character because obviously Alyssa, but also I feel like her characters gets misunderstood the most. Like, I'm on YouTube a lot, and people always want to argue with me because I'm always arguing with somebody because they blame everything on Phoebe. Like, they blame everything on Phoebe. Like, Cole went crazy in like season 5, and they blamed it on Phoebe. They were like,
I mean, technically, if you want to be real,
nope. We not gonna do this.
He had he was having an identity crisis.
That's not her fault.
She brought him along.
That's not her fault. Dude literally led her to the dark side. Like, now mind you, it wasn't his fault that he became the source of all evil. He was like protecting all of them, right? And they caught it late, even though that's why I say that's a big plot hole in the series, that they always blame Cole going evil on Cole and not on the fact that he took in the hollow. When you kill the source, you become the source. And they never touched on that again. They just blame Cole for being like, well, he was evil and he went back to being evil. But that's beside the point. I was like, you writers are getting on their nerves. I was such a nerd. I was like, if you really think about it, you go back. I was so annoyed.
Episode 2.
Exactly. I'm like, what you didn't see was.
And she lied. You said they're like, I know the name of this episode.
Exactly. Actually, it's called. We see it in the 3 Faces of Phoebe and that's actually an episode that happens.
Oh my God. You are such a dork.
Thank you. You're so sweet to me. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever heard of a charmed nerd until I met you.
I used to knock out any charm quiz. 100%. 100%. And if I knew it was wrong, this is how nerdy I was back in the day. If I knew it was wrong, I would message the person that created it and was like, your answer is, you need to word this different because you're messing stuff up. Like, I used to be, own it. I'm trying to say, that's why when that reboot happened, I was like, they should have called me, bro. I would have had that series laid, okay? And they got black women. I would have had that series laid.
They do. But that's why I like that one. No, don't get me wrong. I love the first one. If it's on, like, literally, if it's on TV or I see it, like, I'm scrolling through, I will put Charmed on. I'll put that on before I put on anything else. Like, but I won't be remembering the names of episodes.
She hating, y'all. She just hating. It's okay.
I'm just saying.
She want to get like, it's all right. I can't do makeup, but I know Charmed. Okay?
I guess we all got our little things or whatever.
Do. And I was like, but Charmed, honestly, is the only series ever that I've watched in my life. And I've watched a lot of series that I know like that. That's how much I've watched, like, all the episodes and researched and read the title. Like, that's how much I was like obsessed with that show growing up.
I'm like that with Avatar. Like the Last Airbender. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know all the.
I was looking at my phone. Like I looked at my phone. Like
no, I don't know episode names. I can't remember all that. They lucky I can remember the character names.
I'm dead.
But like I definitely be sitting there with the characters. I'll be like, yes. No, like I'll be like,
you be all in. You be like, no, so come on, Aang, why you do that? Right? Come on, you know that wasn't right. It's like that one episode of Avatar where he tried, like he kissed Katara, and she was like,
yeah.
And he ran, and she was just like, I think he ran away or something, and I was like, it was too soon, Aang. Like I was all.
It was too soon.
Like,
he was trying to rush that. Like Aang was doing too much. Katara and Aang. Okay, we ain't even gonna talk about that because that's a whole different episode. But anyway, we about to get back into this.
Honestly, what's your favorite episode of Charmed and why? If you have one, or like the one that comes to mind or something, whatever it is.
Okay, so one of my favorite episodes of Charmed is the one where Piper became a banshee.
No, that's
and
Phoebe.
Was it Phoebe?
Yeah.
You're right, it was. When she became the banshee and then she like stood on the thing and screamed on the window. Like that was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
That when I saw that, I think I almost died laughing.
That's hilarious.
I don't know why that was so funny to me, but every time I see it actually was on TV the other day and I laughed.
Them teeth was big, baby. I was like, y'all
big. Like I was like, can we please do that again? Like let's just at the time, you couldn't rewind it, but now
now you like and we watched this for the 1,000th time.
She's like
she was just screaming, and then she was just like shaking too. I was like, that girl was acting her heart out.
It was super dramatic.
You better act, Alyssa. You better, girl. Better act.
I love that episode, but I like the Prue episodes.
Of course.
I enjoy Prue episodes.
Of course you do. It's great. No, it's a couple of Prue. I'll be honest. There's a couple of Prue. There's episodes for all four that I can pinpoint a couple of episodes where
you know the name of it too.
That I enjoyed them in them. So I enjoy them in them. So it's like my favorite episode is actually an episode that's directed by Shannon Doherty.
Which one is that?
It's called The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. No, The Good, the Bad, the Curse is based off of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. It's the episode where Cole.
I'm like, I don't know the name.
Shout out to Julian McMahon though, because that's the thing. He came back. Like this is the episode where Phoebe is connected to a psychic in the past, like an old town western type of place. And so Cole and Prue, like she gets shot, but it's a psychic shot, but she's still bleeding because he's bleeding. And Prue and Cole have to go back to this western town, pretty much time travel to this western town to save this town that's in a time loop, because the town was this town was cowards, and they let this man die because they were cowards. They didn't stand up for him. So, and he's like, I believe he's like a Native American, and it ended up putting the town into a curse, into a loop. So they was reliving this same day over and over again. And Phoebe ended up getting connected to the guy because he was psychic too. He had premonitions too. And Alyssa Milano's acting, not only is the episode just a good whole heart, it's like action, it's like good comedy, it's like all kind of stuff. This is the episode that their father finds out that Piper is marrying a white lighter, and he don't like white lighters because his mother, their mother cheated cheated with a white lighter.
I remember this now. I remember this episode now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like that's one of my favorite episodes. Alyssa Milano was acting that ass off. Okay.
I think she's a great actress.
She's amazing. I love it.
And she's beautiful. Like she's very pretty.
She's just too. Sometimes like I be seeing her and stuff. Like I used to like. Okay. I already tell people I'm 34. People know how old I am, but I'm like, I feel like I'm really, really old because I remember when Alyssa Milano had like workout DVDs. I mean, workout VHSs, and
she did. You have them, don't you?
I used to.
I can see that.
Yeah, I used to work out with Alyssa with the leg warmers and stuff like that. And she had like Japanese. She used to sing overseas. So like in Japan, she was like, I think she's like really, really big in Japan, and she probably still is. But she released albums like in Japan. I used to listen to her music all the time. I love Alyssa.
Was it in Japanese or was it in English?
It was in English.
I didn't know she sang.
Yeah, I used to love it. Oh my!
People kind of sleep on her though.
They do. They
definitely sleep on her, but I know that I'm not trying to wish nothing on nobody, but at the end, it's gonna be like, they're gonna be like, damn, she was doing that shit.
She had her hands in like
everything. Like she produces,
people don't know,
she do everything.
She got a clothing line. She created like a female. She created like a female like baseball line because she loves baseball. Like she grew up in New York, born and raised. So she has a female like baseball clothing line. So freaking cute.
I didn't even know that.
I love her, man.
I don't know that much about her. Like I said, she's super slept on. People don't talk about her.
No. Plus, also, I feel like she moves in silence too. Like she just she just do her stuff. If you catch it, you do. If you don't, you don't. But her stuff's still moving. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
so that's Bae, huh?
I love her. Yes, that's Bae. Like lose my life for Alyssa Milano. Like I love her. Did she follow me on Twitter, y'all? I'm gonna tell everybody.
I remember that day when she followed La on Twitter, y'all. La like screenshot it and she put it in the group chat. She also put it in me and her chat. She was like, I'm sure she put it everywhere.
What she don't know is
follow La on
I put it
Twitter.
In my chat with Jesus. I put it everywhere. You hear me? Me and Jesus was talking about it. He was like, "Good job, girl. I'm proud of you." I knew this day was gonna come. He told me. I was like, "I know you do." I love Miss Lana. She's so great. I just love her.
Like, I need to do your makeup. Wait, because because I saw her makeup one time and I was like, I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Better.
Cute. I'm just saying.
I gotta do her makeup one day.
I love her.
One day.
I would love to be. Honestly, I would love to be in a scene with her. Meet her, whatever. I'm just a fan. I just think.
Wait a minute. So we're gonna call this, okay? So it's gonna be me doing her makeup for a scene with you.
Okay,
we're calling that. We're manifesting, and we're manifesting,
and we're manifesting, and we're blooming. We're blooming, yes. Because I love Alyssa Milano. I feel like she's great. She's one of my favorites. She's like one of my she's tied to my childhood so tight.